You know what I mean? Yes. I'm sure most Americans don't know that, but if they did, they'd be like, A, that's f***ed up, B, you gonna share it? That's probably how Americans would think. We should not be wanting stolen oil, right, guys? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is why we're not getting time travel. So yeah, they straight took that oil, and they're claiming it's drugs. That's the thing that's so, like, this is so Iraq 2.0, right? Because they're claiming it's drugs. They're claiming it's cocaine, but like there's no evidence. Like cocaine does not come from Venezuela, okay? It comes from Mexico. Sorry, but and even if our concern was cocaine, you're totally disregarding the good tax-paying cocaine users of the United States, who are literally working overtime. In fact, there's a lot of, you'd be surprised how many people do cocaine in this world. Maybe you haven't gone to the bathroom at the wrong time. There's a lot of, Wall Street is basically powered by cocaine. You remove cocaine, the stock market's gonna crash, okay? So a lot of people use cocaine. Obviously the problem with cocaine is that it's often laced with fentanyl. And so the government pretends that that's the case. Well, in that case, go after the fentanyl. But again, fentanyl does not come from Venezuela, okay? It also comes from Mexico. I'm sorry, this is just, okay? But you can't just blame Mexico for fentanyl either, because fentanyl is a multi-step process. The chemicals that make fentanyl come from China, okay? With some support also coming from India, shout out, okay? And then all of it is cooked in Mexico, okay? Which just sounds like a racist American joke. We get the parts from China on the cheap. India comes through with the tech support. And then the real work is done by Mexicans in the kitchen. I'm not making this joke. This is how fentanyl is made. And we're the dummies who are like, yummy, Fenty. Keep sending the Fenty. Do you want a Fenty? So we're the demand side of this equation. And it's up because they're trying to make it seem like that's the threat to America, even though it's not there. They're calling them narco-terrorists. Narco-terror. As a Middle Eastern person, that is offensive. That used to be our slur. You can't just put a word in front of it. Am I just an original terrorist? Am I standard 1.0 terrorist? Come on, am I terrorist 1995? What the f*** is this, man? Narco-terrorist. You can't just put a word in front of terrorists for a different race of people. Like, are Asians math terrorists? You know what I mean? But of course, white people, domestic terrorists. Am I right? Domestic terrorists. Come on. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. This imperialism in Venezuela, they're just doing it so casually. I think there's literally people inside of the government who don't know that that's not the United States. This is what happens when you call us America, and there's literally like dozens of other countries that are America, because they see it, they're like, oh, it's South America, that's us, right? South America. We just have to cross the Gulf of America to get there. Like, it's all planned. You know what I mean? The United States really is the Diddy of the world, like, we control everybody, we help some countries, we also molest them. If we really don't like someone, we have them taken out, pretend like it wasn't us. We're addicted to oil. And our biggest enemy, inflation, which right now is 50 cents. Sorry, 50 cents. It's just regime change. But you know what I'm saying. A couple weeks ago, the United States asked Lebanon to give us a bomb back that Israel dropped on it, that we sold Israel. This is a real story, by the way. So Israel was bombing Lebanon because it was a Tuesday. And one of the bombs didn't explode. And so like, oh, what can we do? How do we get it to explode? Like, ask the aliens. No, they can't. And then they just, for whatever reason, could not get the bomb to explode. And so it just stayed in Lebanon. And the Lebanese, fearless people, dude. Just were, after literally everything they've dealt with from Israel, they just see a bomb, they're like, yeah, let's take that. And they just took it. And the United States is just sitting there over here, just and Israel sees the bomb, like, oh, how are we gonna, oh, this is not good. Israel comes to the United States, and they're like, I know this is pretty crazy, but we dropped a bomb in Lebanon, and can you go get it back for us? It's like when a kid throws a football over the neighbor's fence, and the parent has to go ask for the football. It's like, yeah, can you just go get the bomb back for us? And the United States is like, you left a bomb there? They're like, we dropped it, it didn't explode. So, they normally explode, so it didn't explode. So if you just go get the bomb back. And the United States is like, let me get this clear. We sold you a bomb, you dropped it on Lebanon, it didn't explode, you were trying to annihilate them, they have the bomb now, and you're asking us to go ask them to give us the bomb back. And Israel's like, this is correct. And the United States is just like, yes, Daddy, yes, Daddy, whatever you want, Daddy, whatever you want, yes, I'll go get it right now. So the United States goes up to Lebanon like, hey, what's up, man, how's it going? How about that embassy we're about to build, huh? It's gonna be a big one. Ooh, shawarma, I love shawarma, I smell that stuff, it looks so good, You guys can dance, man, you guys, you really good. It's cool. We got a cool thing going on out here, Hey, so, we noticed that you have a bomb that was just there, right? Like, yeah, the one that Israel dropped. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Could you give it to us? I was like, what? Can you just give us the bomb? Like, you want us to give you the bomb that they dropped on us that you sold to them? Yeah, just give us the bomb. I mean, so, we need to do some research. But you're probably just going to give it back to Israel. Like, no, we would not. No. Just give us the bomb. Just give us the bomb back. And I was like, I don't know, man. I got to think about this. Then all of a sudden you hear, psst, and behind Lebanon is Iran. Give it to us. Just give us the bomb. Trust me, bro. Give us the bomb. Lebanon was like, what? Okay, not right now. And I said, so what? You gonna give us the bomb or what? Lebanon was like, I'm thinking about it. Come on. Give us the bomb. Trust me, bro. Give us the bomb. It'll be good. Lebanon was like, all right. I'm thinking. The United States, you gonna give me the bomb or what? This was like, come on, I want my bomb back. The United States is like, come on, give us the bomb. Lebanon was like, oh. Everyone's like, eee. And the aliens are just watching over. It's like, these motherfuckers not getting time travel anytime soon. I was in Rome. I'm not trying to brag. I was in, you know me. I go places like Rome and New York. I was in Rome, the other one, and I did some tourism there. I went and checked out some of like the Catholic churches. Like they're pretty like intense. Like I've been to a lot of churches before, right? Because Christianity is the most popular religion in the world, like for now, inshallah. But like there's churches everywhere. I went to India, there was churches there. J.D. Vance brought them. They're there. They're everywhere. And we've all been to churches, right? We've all seen churches, we've seen the inside of churches, and every church you see a crucifix, right? Every church is basically a reenactment of Jesus dying. It's just like very intense, But I get it. We want us to remind us of the death, so we remember like the good things that he did, I get it. It's like we have to see the violence to remember not to be violent. How's that working out for us? But every church has its own varying level of graphic, like a lot of churches in the United States are pretty tame. You just have the cross by itself. Some you have Jesus like on the crucifix. But like in Rome, there's like dripping blood. You're like, is this even necessary? I think I understand what happened. And it just made me realize, like, we've been so desensitized to this just image of Jesus on a cross, somebody that most people would agree was a nice guy, and we're just seeing him at his worst moment, and this is just something that's just so ingrained in our psyche. And I've been trying to think about it, because these last 2 years with what's been happening in Gaza, I've been wondering, how are people able to see this on their phones and then just live normal lives? Like I can't, I know a lot of you can't, but I know so many people who just see it on their phone and then just like living their lives. And I'm just like, how do you do that? I don't understand. And then it hit me. It's because all of us, all humans of this world, are so desensitized because we are so used to literally the imagery of the most famous Palestinian being crucified right in front of us. The most famous Palestinian. And I'm not talking about DJ Khaled. I'm not talking about DJ Khaled. I'm talking about Jesus, okay? There will not be another one. Not DJ Khaled, okay? I'm sure a lot of people want to see that, but that's not who we're talking about. Okay, so it just made me think, like, maybe we could just have some nicer imagery of Jesus, you know? Like, just Jesus, like, drinking some water or something, you know? Or more relatable images, like Jesus' mom throwing a sandal at him, you know? Or Jesus eating with his hands right next to Zoran, you know? And it's like, you know? Or Jesus standing in front of Home Depot because he was a carpenter, right? You know, just looking for work. And then ice rolls up. You're like, oh no! Then he flies away. You're like, you go, Jesus! You go! But yeah, I think sometimes people forget Jesus was Palestinian. Like, that's where he's from. He's from Bethlehem. That's Palestine. He's the most famous Palestinian. We celebrate his birthday. It's the biggest holiday of the year. Is the celebration of a Palestinian's birthday. And everybody's like, when's Jesus going to come back? Is Jesus going to come back? He probably already has. He's stuck at a checkpoint. We're so used to Jesus on a cross, just let him cross. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. What I'm saying is, this is how you bring up politics at the dinner table during Christmas. It's your way in. You open with that. You end with Free Palestine. You know what I mean? Yep. The Bondi Beach hero was a Muslim. Yeah. Yep. I know you're not supposed to keep score, but we did. So after a terrifying shooting for 9 minutes next to a police station, when the police weren't able to come in that time frame, who stepped up? Who stepped up? A Syrian, Australian, local fruit shop owner. Named Ahmed Al-Ahmed, okay? And there was people on the internet trying to be like, no, he wasn't a Muslim. Like, really? Ahmed Al-Ahmed? How more Muslim can this guy's name be? Like, Ahmed, Muhammad, Ahmed, like, what do you need from this guy? But he's a fruit shop owner, so, you know, he's organic, and yeah, I don't know where this guy's shop is, but give it a 5-star review, man. He's a good man, yes, it's important to distinguish he's Muslim, because the narrative has always been the terrorists are Muslim. In this case, the hero was Muslim. You know what I mean? That was the first thing I saw. Yeah. Yep. And then they were like, the shooter was Muslim too, and I'm like, listen. Okay. Can't win them all. Now. But yeah, he's a Muslim, and he's a real Muslim. He's a real Muslim because real Muslims protect their Jewish brothers and sisters. This is a fact. This is a fact.